Hi, welcome to Pink Board. Today we are going to see the summary of On the Face of It, which is written by Susan Hill. So here we have two characters. One is Mr. Lamb and the other one is Derry. When you take Mr. Lamb, he is having a thin leg. Okay, here he lost his leg during war, and because of that he is having an artificial leg which is made up of tin. Here it is referred as a tin leg. When you take Derry, he is a young boy at the age of 14 and his face is having some burnt mark because it seems that some acid have taken away his face, and here he is having a half burnt face. And this Derry happens to meet Mr. Lamp in his garden, and how far Mr. Lamp influences Derry and how far he tries to educate the child. And here we could able to feel that Derry wants to be isolated all the times and he want to stay away from people. And here how his mind is changed by Mr. Lamb, a much experienced guy or a wise old man. So here we will come across that he is entering Mr. Lamb's garden. Mr. Lamb's garden is a garden which is full of trees, fruit bearing trees, with the plants with the flowers and all those. And here it is said that the trees in the garden are created like a wall, okay, which hides who is there in the house. And here the man, Mr. Lamb, is sitting outside the house and he could able to see the boy jumping through the wall. And here he inquires the fellow, why you happen to jump over the wall when the gates are open already. And here Derry got shocked. He thought that nobody is there in the garden and in the house, and that's why he happened to enter over there as he feels isolated. And here what happened is Mr. Lamb jokes by telling that, yes, as I am sitting outside, the house is empty as you thought. But here the boy is trying to tell Mr. Lamb that if I come in front of you, you'll be scared. Okay, and here we could able to find the fellow frequently telling that I want to move on, move on, move on as soon as he knows that Mr. Lamp is sitting over there. And when he expresses that it's because of my face, okay, I want to be alone and I don't want to disturb anybody, because each and everybody who comes in front of me usually feel scared about my face, and that's why I prefer a place where nobody is there. And here when Derry comes in front of Mr. Lamb, he started to talk about the apples which are there in the tree. He tells that these are the crab apples which I want to pick, and with this I could able to make a beautiful or a tasty jelly, and this is said to be the magical fruit, and would you help me to take it off, he said. And here Derry inquires, why you changed the topic. Okay, are you afraid of my face? Why you don't want to inquire about my face? And here Mr. Lamb, oh sorry, I thought you don't want me to discuss about it. Okay, let me ask you what happened to your face. And he said that whatever God has created in this world, each and everything I feel interested too, and you don't feel like that I am not interested in your face, nothing like that. Okay, and here he says that just points out something over there at one side of the one corner of the garden. He asks what is there, and here Derry replies that it is nothing. Is it nothing? He said, yes, nothing, and some weeds over there. Weeds? How you are differentiating certain plants as plants and some other as weeds? Where is the difference? Okay, God has created both in the same way, that is both the plants requires water to grow, sunlight to grow, and both are giving their own fruits and flowers. And how you are coining it to be weeds? Okay, where is the difference? He asked. Okay, here he tries to imply, telling that it is depending upon our attitude, the way we think upon. So if something is useful for us, we'll call it as plant. Okay, if that is not useful for us, we'll call it as waste, as weeds. And whereas where are those differences? There is nothing different between those in God's creation, like you and me, he said. You and me? No, we are not same. We are different. The boy said, how you are telling that we are different? That you are young and I am old, and you are having a burnt face, I'm having a thin leg, and then you are standing there and I'm sitting here. Is this a difference what I am telling? He asked about. And then there he started to ask about the thin leg. Okay, where is your original leg? How you how it is blown off? Is it by the time? So here he starts to inquire about the fellow rather than expressing his face. And here the old man says, children used to call me Lammy Lamp. Okay, Lammy, which refers to that person couldn't able to walk. Yes, that suits me. So I never get irritated. I will listen to them. That's how he says. And here there are plenty other things in the world. Okay, people can have a look at it. Why do you feel like always people will think about your face and they will ridicule about it and they will make fun of it? There are so many things in this world which we can look about and look around. And do you think that people are idle and they'll be keep themselves busy by looking at your face alone and then commenting about it? Is it not like that? Okay, here he asked like that. So here Mr. Lamb is also telling that there are plenty other things in this world, like the silken ladder, or where the spider is moving, and then the sunflowers, and then so many things which are around, like the bees and all those. And here the Derry is telling that yes, I have heard about the story which is about the beast and the beauty. Okay, yes, I know the story where it is said that the beast, okay, happened to help a beautiful girl's father. Okay, and because of that, the beast asked for the girl to get married with him. And as the beast helped her father, the girl readily accepted to marry him. And once it happened to be like that, the beast has become ill. And in the last few days, okay, here with the compassion, with the love, okay, the girl kissed the beast, and the beast turned into a beautiful prince. And here the boy is telling that, do you think that this sort of change will happen? Am I going to shed my burnt face and I'm going to turn into a beautiful prince on another day? So like that he asked. Okay, Mr. Lamb said, no, 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 not in that way. No, no, it is not possible. Okay, I'm not talking about that change. Okay, the change, what has to happen within you. Okay, so it has to change. You will look different in future. Okay, you will change your attitude. Your physical appearance is not going to change. The heart, what you are having inside, is more important than your physical change. So it is not going to change, but the perception how you are going to have in future will automatically get changed. That's what he said. And moreover, he said that the world is so busy with its own activities, it is having the both positives and the negatives. Yes, your intention, your perception will change in future. Okay, you are not going to be the same fellow when you grow up, though you will be having the same burnt mark in your face. The way you look at will definitely change. And here this is what he is trying to recall, telling that so many people told me that people will never complain about their inability. Okay, and here you are not complaining about your inability. You are telling that you are managing with that in like what you are having, and you are not worried about. People used to say that there are so many people who are worse than your condition. So obviously you will feel happy about what you have right now. So that's how people used to say. And I happen to meet one such fellow, that is you, who is not making complaint about the inability what you have. Yes, yes, that's how it is. Okay, Derry is also remarking that I had heard people telling that there are so many who are born blind and then deaf, and who happen to live in a wheelchair throughout the life, and then who used to dribble. get the saliva which comes out without the control of the jaws when they talk, when they sit, and all those. We could able to see their conditions are worse than yours. Obviously, you should feel happy of what you have rather than thinking that you don't possess this or that. So here, what Mr. Lamb is trying to tell us, obviously we should think about the positives what we have in our life rather than the negatives. And here this boy tries to quote something, that is, when he was standing there in the bus stop one day, he happened to meet two women who were crossing him, and they were making a comment like it is a terrible thing. So what this person is having over the face is a terrible thing. Only the mother could love such a face. And here the old man asked this fellow that, do you believe others' words? It might have been something, some sort of discussion between them. They would have stated about something else, not about you. Why do you think that it is about you? And how you are perceiving that they are talking about you. And here you can't change their way of talking. So what is the possible solution for this problem is you have to keep your ears shut. So that is the only possible solution, he said. After listening to Mr. Lamb, Derry says that you are talking something peculiar. Okay, I can't understand actually, and the way you perceive things are entirely different. And here I couldn't able to analyze all these. Okay, and I haven't found all these things by myself. That's how he says. And he was talking about the bees which are there in his garden. He says that usually bees hum, but the bees in my garden used to sing. Okay, because I could able to sit and listen to that, and I could able to feel the rhythm which is there, and my bees usually used to sing. Okay, that's how he said. And here Mr. Lamb tries to narrate about a person who happened to lock in himself inside a room, telling that wherever he moves, he will be facing death. That is, if he talks to somebody, they will spread the germs. And then if he walks on the road, a bus might pass over him. And then when he goes around, a donkey might kick him to death. So that's how what he used to do is he will stay inside the house, locking inside in a room. And here Derry was so excited to hear, and he just asked how long he did it like that. Okay, not for a very long time. Then what happened to that fellow after that? He said that a picture which was there has fallen over him and he died. So here, on listening to this, Mr. Lamb's words, Derry is telling, see, this is what I am telling. You are talking something peculiar which I can't understand. So I couldn't able to understand what you are talking. So here they were discussing about their likes, and here Mr. Lamb is telling that I would like to sit in the garden, I would like to read the books. And have you noticed this in my house, that I am not having curtains over there for the window? I like the air, fresh air to get inside. I like the rain. I like the sunlight which enter my house. I like to be alone here. I have lot of books there in my house, and I would like to read all those. By the time Derry is telling that, yes, I would also like to listen to the rain which flatters over that is the roof. Okay, he says, I loves it. Then Mr. Lamb says that you haven't lost yourself completely. Yes, and but people in my home used to make a fuss, telling that what this fellow is going to do after they leave me, and how he is going to live the life. Okay, who will help him? Okay, how he is going to face the world, like that. The people used to worry about me. Okay, and they were discussing about the friends. Okay, and here he is trying to motivate the fellow, telling that you are having two legs, two hands, two eyes, and a tongue like everybody. Okay, why do you feel inferior? Okay, when you take my friends who are entering my garden, okay, always they are welcome. They would like to be here all the time. Hundreds of people used to enter. They will sit in front of the fire, and they will enjoy the apples and the pears which are here, and then they would like to take toffee which I offered them, which is made up of honey and all those. By the time Derry is telling, okay, I'm not your friend. Okay, why can't you be my friend? Okay, he asked. No, 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 no. I'm not your friend. You don't know my name. You don't know where I am from. Okay, how come you can be my friend? When Derry tries to argue that he is not his friend, immediately Mr. Lamb asks about it. Yeah, what do you think to be like a friend? To write all your particulars down in a paper and I have to file it in a filing box? Is it that? No, no, not required, but still you are nothing. So how people can be nothing? So each and everybody whom we meet in our life obviously will create an impact over our life. In no way people can be nothing. That's how Mr. Lamb says. And here Derry starts to narrate about women's perspective, telling that when I was discharged from the hospital, when I came to my home, a woman visited my house, and she was asking my parents, that is why they brought me here to the house. Okay, if at all I would have been there in the hospital with people like me, I would have felt comfortable, and nothing is to be stared at, and nothing is to feel badly, that each and everybody will be similar. So here Mr. Lamb tries to clarify the point by asking what she is trying to tell. That is all the people with the physical impairment together, and then all with that mental impairment together. Is it so? Yes, exactly, that's what she was telling. So how that world will be? So everything will looks the same. Okay, for that, Derry is telling, yes, nothing is there to stare at. Each and everybody will be same. Okay, what will be there to stare at? That's how he said. No. Mr. Lamb says, no, it is not at all possible. Though you might be equal by your physical appearance, each and everybody will possess your own attitude. Each and everybody will be different in their own way. And here he says that. I like a garden like this. I want to be here. Okay, you can be here, but how come I can be here? It is yours. And Mr. Lamb says that no, nothing like that. Okay, whatever is mine today will become somebody else tomorrow. Hundreds of people used to enter here, and when you come back here you could able to find my friends. And here Derry is telling that no, no, you will lose all your friends when you have me. They will, if they start look at my face, okay, they will run away from here as if they don't want to have friendship with me. So here Mr. Lamb says that it is left up to them. Okay, they have to decide whether they need to be with you or they have to stay away from you. How can I tell you that they will stay here or they will run away? It is their perception, it's their world, it's their likeliness. Wherever they want they can be, or else they will be moving. So here Derry is talking about the mother's concern. Okay, though I'm at the age of 14, though I could able to manage things by myself, still my mother will be having concern for me. Okay, she will never allow me to stay anywhere for a long time. I have to go and meet my mother. I have to inform her. Okay, if I have to stay here picking up the apples for you, I have to go and inform her. But still, if I go there, my mom will never allow me to come back. That's how he said. What is this? You are telling that your mom will never allow you. If you have the intention to do, how come you can say that they don't allow you? You are having two legs and you can nicely walk in the evening. It is just 3 miles for a young fellow. You can go and come back very early. And why you are telling that they will not allow you? Tell clearly that you don't have the intention to come back. You don't want to meet me. You don't want to help me, and that's why you are talking like this. Okay, and when he was discussing like that, he was trying to ask about the names of the friends. Can you tell few names who used to visit this garden? Mr. Lamp is telling, what are names? Are you telling that Tom, Dick, Harry, something like that? You are crazy. Okay, how you are telling that all these are names? Okay, you don't know even the names of anybody here, and I don't feel like anybody is visiting your place. You are telling some lie, you are crazy, like that he shouted. Okay, and here for this, in response, Mr. Lamb says that this is your excuse. You are calling me crazy, and this is your excuse not to return here. How other people are having excuse about your face not to talk to you, that is, they don't want to be friendly with you, and that's why they used to give your face as an excuse. In the same way, you are giving excuse not to come back, you don't want to turn back. That's how he said. And here, after listening to this, Derry had the determination to return. Somehow I will come back, see what is going to happen, let me go home, inform my mother that is where I am, and I will be back here to help you. Like that, with determination, he is trying to leave the place. And at home, he is arguing with his mother. He is telling that I want to go there to that garden, and I want to help the old man to fetch some apples. Okay, the mother is arguing, telling that I know about the man who is there. We have been here for 3 months, and people have told about that fellow, and people have warned not to send the children over there, and I know very well what is there. And what do you want to do by going there? She asked. And for that, the boy replied that no, and I like the way the person talks, and I want to sit, listen, and observe things. You can do it well here, you can stay here and do your thinking. But he said that no, I want to go on, I want to go and help the fellow, and I want to talk with that fellow. He is talking so many things, and all those things seems to be peculiar. What that fellow has to communicate with you? That's how the mother asked. You stay here, you should not move on. If you go out, probably you will come back crying, telling that this is how people reacted over your face. And here he said that no, no more I'll be worried about what is happening around me. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to face the world by myself. Okay, that's how he said, and he started to run to the place, and he went there. Meanwhile, what happened is Mr. Lamb tried to uh, pluck the apples by himself, climbing over the ladder, thinking that the boy is not going to return back. And while he was plucking it up one by one, he shifted the branches and he took off the apples which are there. And slowly, what happened is one of the branches got broken, and he has fallen down along with the ladder. And by the time the fellow reached the place, and he could able to find the man has fallen down, and over him the branch has been there, and it seems to be like the man is dead. Okay, here Derry is crying out loudly, telling that, see, you told that I will not be back. See, I have come back, and I have come here to help you. I informed my mother, and I'm ready to face the world by your advice. So, like that, he started to shout. But the man is no more to hear all these. And this is how the lesson ends. Obviously, how we are perceiving things in our life will determine our life. That's what the lesson we can learn from this lesson on the face of it. I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you.